Why fight shadows alone when the world's your enemy? You wake up screaming, fists clenched in the dark. No one's coming. It's just you against the storm. Battles rage inside, tearing your soul apart. You grit your teeth, swallow the bitter rage. Why do you stand when everything screams fall? Your scars whisper lies, saying you're weak, broken. But deep down, a fire sparks, refusing to die. You punch the mirror, see the fighter staring back. Alone in the night, doubts claw at your throat. What if you win, but no one's there to cheer? You laugh bitterly, wipe the blood from your lip. The world kicked you down 1,000 brutal times. Yet here you are, rising with venom in veins. Why chase victory when defeat tastes so sweet? Your heart pounds wild, echoing empty halls. Memories of betrayal stab like rusty knives. You roar back, voice cracking but fierce as hell. Alone means no chains, no weak links to drag. But damn, the silence cuts deeper than blades. You build walls high, guard your fractured throne. What breaks first, the enemy or your damn will? Sweat drips cold, mixing with unshed tears. You swing harder, ignoring the ache in bones. The fight's not fair. Life's a rigged, savage game. Yet you play on, spitting defiance in faces. Why hide the pain when it fuels your storm? Your reflection mocks, calls you fool for trying. But you flip it off, charge into the fray. Alone, warriors forge crowns from shattered dreams. Doubts swarm like flies on a fresh kill. You swat them down, breath ragged and raw. What glory awaits if you just keep swinging? Nights blur to days, exhaustion your cruel friend. You curse the stars for their indifferent glare, but your fists clench tighter, ready for more. The battle's yours alone, no mercy in sight. Why flinch now when you've bled this far? Your soul's a battlefield, littered with ghosts. You step over them, eyes locked on the horizon. Alone ain't lonely, it's your savage power. But whispers creep in, questioning your fire. You stomp them out, ignite the blaze anew. What if surrender tastes better than sweat? Hell no, you snarl, veins throbbing with spite. The world's a beast, hungry for your fall. You bare teeth, meet its gaze without fear. Fights leave marks, but they map your strength. Why weep for help when you're built for war? Your heart's a drum, beating war cries loud. Alone in the chaos, you carve your path. Doubts circle back, hungry for fresh meat. You feast on them, grow stronger in the bite. Why let isolation twist your blade dull? You pace the room, shadows mocking your stride. No allies, no banners, just your ragged breath. Battles echo loud in your hollow chest. You slam doors shut on the pity parade. What if you break, and no one's there to catch? Your laugh's a bark, echoing off cold walls. The pain's your teacher, harsh and unforgiving. Yet you learn fast, dodging the next cruel hit. Alone means freedom to rage without restraint. But damn the quiet that amplifies every scar. You trace old wounds, fuel for tomorrow's storm. Why bow to fear when anger's your crown? Sweat-soaked sheets witness your midnight wars. You rise shaking, but eyes burn with spite. The world's forgotten you. Good, less chains. What victory tastes like sweat and stolen air? You chase it blind, through thorns and black rain. Memories ambush, dragging you to your knees. You shove them off, stand taller, spit blood. Alone fighters don't need applause to shine. But the void stares back, challenging your roar. You bellow louder, shatter the empty night. Why pretend you're fine when cracks run deep? Your fists hammer air, practicing the kill. Doubts slither close, promising sweet escape. You crush their heads, revel in the crunch. The battle's endless, a grind that chews souls. Yet yours hardens, forged in solitary fire. What if you win, but the cost eats you whole? Hell yeah, you grin, scars your badge of war. Nights stretch long, filled with phantom foes. You swing wild, connect with ghosts of regret. Alone ain't curse, it's your hidden arsenal. But whispers taunt, saying you're doomed to fade. You ignite them, watch the flames lick high. Why fight clean when dirty wins the day? Your breath steams hot, fueling the inner beast. The world's a liar, promising light in dark. You see through it, wield shadows as weapons. Battles alone build empires in your mind. What breaks the unbreakable time or your grit? You mock the question, charge the unseen line. Pain's your ally, sharpening edges keen. Why crave company when solitude breeds kings? Your heart thunders, a war drum unchained. Alone in the fray, you claim every inch. Doubts regroup sly, probing for weak spots. You armor up, laugh at their futile jabs. The fight's your rhythm, pulse of raw life. What glory hides in the sweat of one soul? You seize it fierce, no sharing the throne. Memories strike low, aiming for the gut. You block and counter, turn pain to power. Alone, warriors whisper secrets to the wind, but the wind betrays, carrying echoes of loss. You silence it all, focus on the next blow. Why let weariness dull your savage edge? Your eyes gleam wild, hunting the dawn's edge. Why cling to hope when rage lights the way? You stumble forward, ground slick with your blood. No backup calls. It's your voice or bust. Battles carve deep, etching maps on your skin. You trace them proud, badges of the lone wolf. What if the end comes and you're still swinging? Your snarl answers, defying the grim reaper. The world's a coliseum, you the gladiator. Alone in the sand, thirsting for the kill. Why whisper prayers when curses summon strength? Sweat blinds you, but you blink it away fierce. Doubts charge bold, a legion in your skull. You mow them down, step over the fallen. The fight's your breath, your beat, your damn creed. What crown awaits the unyielding solitary? You forge it now, from iron will and spite. Nights bleed to dawn, but you don't yield ground. Alone means no excuses, pure, brutal truth. But the ache gnaws, demanding its toll. You pay in full, rise meaner from the debt. Why fear the fall when rising's your art? Your fists glow hot, ready for round endless. Memories flank you, old foes in new masks. You whirl and strike, scatter them to dust. The battle's symphony, your solo savage song. What silence breaks when victory screams loud? You claim the note, echo it through voids. Pain's old friend, slapping sense into bones. Why beg for ease when struggle births gods? Your pulse races wild, a rebel's war chant. Alone in the storm, you steer the lightning. Doubts slink back, tails tucked in defeat. You boot them gone, seal the breach tight. The world's blind to your grinding glory. What matters more, their gaze or your fire? You choose flame, let it consume the night. Battles alone, whisper of greater wars won. Why mourn the lonely when it's your forge? Sweat carves rivers down your battle-worn face. You lick it, salt, taste of triumphs brewing. Memories circle wary, sensing the shift. You bare fangs, invite their final assault. The fight evolves, from survival to conquest. What empire rises from one soul's defiance? Yours does now, brick by bloody brick. Nights fade slow, but your will burns eternal. Alone ain't end. It's the spark of legends, but echoes linger, testing your iron core. You hammer them flat, temper sharper still. Why halt now when the peak taunts close? Your roar shakes stars, demands the universe bow. So, you fight alone, but that's your throne of thorns. Battles scar deep, yet forge unbreakable you. Rage your fuel, doubts your stepping stones. Rise savage, claim the war that's yours. No pity, just power. Own every damn strike. Noctera Jaris roars back. Subscribe. Unleash your beast. Join the lone wolves howling victory.